Okay guys, so the problem with this generator is we have a seized engine. So the first thing I like to do with all seized engines is check the oil. So we're going to do that now. It's on the other side. Okay, let's check the oil. We got black oil. At least it's full. So we're going to do an oil change on that. Okay guys, let's remove this spark plug here. See how it looks. More than likely I'll replace the plug. Make the customer happy. Yeah, that's black. Okay, so now that we got the plug out, we are going to put some penetrated lube in there and see if we can't unseize this engine here. Just use a liberal amount of WD-40. And while that's sitting, we'll move on to the recoil. 3 10mm bolts. Let's check this out. Okay, so I'm going to have to fix that string. The string got caught, now it's loose. And it's spinning. Except right there. There we go. There we go. Read it up. It's normally not that easy. We'll just keep spinning it back and forth, get that oil in there, and move on to the next part, fixing the recoil. Okay guys, fixing the recoil is super duper easy. Seeing as we don't have to take it all apart here, we're going to be putting a new rope on it. All you got to do is spin it out, especially because it's not busted. Pop a screwdriver in there, hold it in place. Cut the end off here so we can pull this old rope out. Pull the old rope out, spin it back until it's tight. Line up the hole. Screwdriver in. Feed the rope through. Tie your knot. I like to hit it with the lighter just to tighten it up a little bit. Pull it tight. Now we have our handle, which this is one that you got to pop out like that. Choose the screwdriver in there. Pull out the handle. Feed the rope out. We're going to put the new rope through the handle like so. Feed it again. Pull it out. Tie your knot. Give it a little heat. Pull it back tight through the channel there. Pull it into the handle. Now spin it. Remove the screwdriver. Hold the handle. Pull it in. Good as new. Okay, next part. Even though we 100% don't know if the carburetor is good or not, looking at that carburetor, how dirty it is, we're just going to give it a clean anyways. Air filter looks good. Looks new. No oil. Okay. 8mm bolts, hold on the air filter cover. Then we got 2 10mm bolts that hold on the actual cover. Or nuts, I should say there. Okay, and then we're going to have one more back down here. 10mm. Pop that off. And then the air filter cover comes off. And we'll pull the carburetor out. Remove the throttle linkage. Remove the throttle spring. Pull off the choke. Now, while we're down here, we will remove the fuel line. And from there we can check if the petcock's good or not. There is gas in the carburetor. Okay, let's turn it on. Let's see if gas pulls out of the petcock. Good, we got gas coming out. So we know that's good. Okay, on to the carburetor cleaning. Okay guys, let's take apart this carburetor. 10mm bolt on the bottom. And just old gas, nothing really nasty in there. So that's good. Let's remove the gasket. Float pin. Needle and float. It's a little black. Okie dokie. Now inside the jet, press hard. It should come free. Tube came out too. Jet. Jet's not plugged. Okay, idle control out, right there. Once we get that out, we'll remove this other jet here. Okay guys, now it's all going to go into the ultrasonic cleaner. "30 minutes, and I'll see you guys when this is done." Okay guys, 30 minutes later, and it already looks better. Pull all the parts out. If you guys want to get any of the ultrasonic cleaner or the air gun or any kind of tool I use, links are in the description below. Let's blow this out and put it back together. Okay, sorry about that air compressor. I normally turn it off, but I want to make sure there's no water in there at all. Dry it off real nice. Get the jet. Perfectly good. Tube. And this other jet here. Okay, now we just go back to reassembling. Start with the tube. Then we'll go back to the jet here. Just until it's snug. Gasket, needle and float pin. Make sure it's actuating. That float pin's a little loose. Millimeter cap. Snug it up. Other jet back in. Idle screw. I like to go until they just open up just a little bit. And we'll adjust it more if it needs it. And there she is. So back on the engine. Okay guys, back while we're over here. I'm going to start by putting a new spark plug in it. Hand tight. We don't want to damage the threads all the way to the end. And just a little snug. That part. New spark plug in. Now we're going to put the carburetor back on the machine. Gasket's already on there. Carburetor going on. Throttle linkage on. Throttle spring on. Push back. Put the gas can back on there. Put the choke back on there. Beginning of the air filter housing. Two 10mm bolts. Air tube back in. Of course, it's hard as a rock. Okay, front plate back on. That's going to be 4 8mm bolts. I like to start them all first. go back and tighten them. Air filter. And last but not least, the cover. Turn the gas on for a second, make sure nothing leaking. So far so good. Okay, now we'll put the recoil lock on and try to start it. Okay guys, moment of truth. Machine on, gas on, choke it. Try it without the air filter. It is definitely running a little rough. Okay guys, I found the problem why it was running rough. It was real clogged on the exhaust here. As you can see, it was just completely clogged. So once I got it off, it's running better, so you can see all the buildup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all back together. Okay guys, round 2. Power on, gas on. And that's how you unseize any engine.